Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Captain.
Red flag, desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Loser
you.
power.
Love you like I
One
love
more
you.
wine.
Just gonna say that.
So tired.
Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff.
Cheers.
Ill-advised. Ill-advised. This is ill-advised. Hey, Biffs.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Welcome to Ill-Advised.
The podcast where two therapized best friends tell you what to do when someone else already has.
And not your parents.
Or your other parents.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to.
Or your therapist.
Or your Oh, that's a fucking good one.
Got your back.
I never think about that. I'm going to start using that one. I'll never remember.
I will.
Okay, thank you.
And every time you'll say that, oh, goddamn.
Fuck.
Should have used that
Shit,
one.
fuck. Slut tramp. I got it out of my system. I feel better now, thank you.
Okay, good. So how you doing?
I darn. How you darn?
Yeah, I'm okay. It was a doozy of a week.
Yes, it was. Guys, we
For sure.
recorded an episode an hour ago.
Was it only an hour ago?
About an hour, yeah.
I feel like it was way longer.
We're trying to get ahead of the curve here.
Yeah, curve heads.
Available at your local porn shop.
Ooh,
Yeah.
curved for her pleasure or his pleasure?
Who cares? As long as someone's happy.
Amen.
Oh my God.
Pleasure away.
So I texted my sister and asked her about guest starring.
Jenny with the boobs.
So she goes, we'll only guest star in episode X69.
She's not kidding either.
She's really not.
She's not.
I can't wait till we get there.
She's an asshole.
It's going to be a fucking doozy of a fucking session.
Yeah. I think we could probably just sit in the back and just put her in front of the mic and that's it. Just call it a day. Hit record.
Yeah, forget this. She'll get more likes, follows, subscribes. Guys, like, follow, subscribe, rate.
Yeah.
But my sister will do better. So we'll just wait to see how we do in episode 69.
Yeah, you'll enjoy.
Cheers, Biff.
Cheers. What are we cheersing?
We're drinking. I'm going there. Just fucking, why are you blowing up my spot?
Because we cheers after.
I know, but I want to change shit up.
Okay, so am I drinking it now or am I drinking it after?
I don't know. When you're done fucking picking at your elbow like it's some sort of fucking sport.
If it is a sport, I'd win.
You already did. Sip.
My mom says. ASMRI. AMRI.
ASMR.
ASMR.
That's right. We were
There's
just
no
watching
R.
some ASMR videos.
There's no I in it at all.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to not make this about you. Stephanie wasn't familiar with the world of ASMR, so we just listened to some videos.
Can you please tell us what it is? Because I guarantee a lot of our listeners are also going to not know what it is.
Well, they might not know, but it's some sort of audio sensory response. So my favorite, actually, I don't really have a favorite, but the ones that I gravitate to, no, it's not the mouth breathing. It's the cooking ones. So like when they cook and you can hear the chopping or the sauteing it. Yeah, they're not hawking up a loogie. They're chopping you in this fucking table. I swear to God, one day.
I was giving you soothing sounds.
It wasn't soothing. Here she goes. That was more of a chop than your fucking karate chopping the table. Stephanie Green, everyone. Coming from across the fucking marble table, Stephanie Green. She's here all week. Yes.
Once a week, I mean.
She takes tips. Her Venmo is please.
Oh, yeah, I do have a Venmo.
Back to the wine. What are we drinking? We're drinking a 2020 vintage, guys. Surprise.
I was going to say we're
working on this. I promise we're going to get older.
Yeah.
Nobilo. It's another Sauvignon Blanc because we like them. From Marlborough, New Zealand.
Which is typically my favorite.
Yes.
So that's why I got
But
it.
this is a tart one.
This one is not.
It's more California than New Zealand.
I agree, actually. And I don't think I've tried a New Zealand that I didn't like. So that was.
It's quite acidic. It's got a nice. It smells like a Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, well, that's good. As long as it smells good. Who cares what it tastes like?
We should be better right now, considering how many Trulies and box wine we've had.
Is this soothing for AMR? I'm never going to get the name right.
Myrrh. Welcome to Ill Advised.
Welcome back.
We're the Biffs. I'm Ray.
Stephanie.
And we already told you the shtick, so what do you got?
Shticks.
These sticks.
These sticks. You gonna get this stick?
Is it Paul Rudd?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Go. Yes, I will, Paul Rudd. Yes, I will.
Really?
There's something Boy Next Door about him. It's not an end all.
Yeah, I see it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if I personally could, but I see it.
No.
He's I think it's his character is often like the same type of character.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
the sarcastic. Even
like
in
a little
the
bit
Marvel
dumbish,
movies.
But like funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even in the Marvel movies. Although in Clueless,
I don't watch the Marvel
he
movies.
was like...
He was in Clueless?
Yeah, he was the stepbrother, Josh.
Oh, that's wicked funny. I didn't...
The one that she ends up with.
Of course. I didn't even know the last time I saw
That's okay.
Clueless.
It's 1984. We were like 5.
Yeah.
6.
Older, yeah.
95.
87
How old were
to
we?
94.
95. 94? I said 94.
I was going to say you said
So
94.
we were 7.
Okay. Huh. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right.
Deaf.
So, Biff, do you have some columns there for us to
I do.
peruse?
I have an oldie but a goodie.
Oh.
Slate.com.
Prudy. I love Prudy.
Emily Yoffe.
Yaffe.
Yaffe.
I don't know. I love her. Well, is she the only Prudy? Do we know?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Emily,
write us
on Slate. Yeah, also send us the real pronunciation of your last name.
Please, accent marks and all.
Yeah. Especially like if you pronounce it differently than how it's pronounced. Like Yaffe and Yoffe.
Yaffe.
Like
oh, hey, Yaffe.
And Grenay.
And Aguirre
and Aguirre. Aguirre.
No, Aguirre has one R.
I still don't agree with you.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, neither does Emily.
Emily, if you agree with me, please send me an email.
Yeah, at rayaguirre.com.
That's not even an email address, you fuck.
It just, I say words. They
come out of your mouth. That's guys, we're just going to say that every fucking episode.
Fucking time.
So, yes.
So good old
my bad.
Dear Prudy.
Hit us. What's the title of this one?
Okay.
Is it going to give it away?
Well, I mean, yeah, but...
Then just read it. Don't give it away.
It's called Mother Loathe. Loathe.
Mother Loathe.
Not like Mother Load. Mother Load.
Ew.
The Mother Load.
Ew.
What? Boy, bye. Prudy counts as a woman whose mother-in-law might hope to replace her.
Ooh.
Question. Mother-in-law hopes we die.
Oh, nice.
Jeez. My husband, our 3 young children, and I recently went on vacation with my in-laws. Excuse me. We provided the accommodations. My mother-in-law tries to act more like our children's mother than a grandmother. She loves her grandchildren, but she is very interfering, judgmental, and disrespectful to me and my husband.
Bitch.
On this recent visit, she bought a children's book for our 5-year-old daughter that was missing the last 2 pages. The book was about a girl who visits her grandmother for the summer every year. My mother-in-law wrote an ending with my daughter that said the girl's parents died and she got to live with her grandmother forever.
Fuck off.
It was written like a happy ending. When we confronted her, away from the children, that it was inappropriate, she blamed our 5-year-old, saying it was all her idea. So upset, I can't even look at this woman. And now she is suggesting.
Very good.
Thank you. Nailed it. We get together again next month to go camping. What should we do?
Write your own fucking book.
OMG.
Write a book about the fucking kid who's under her fucking grandmother's custody.
Well, the good news is
who's going to visit their mom.
Grandma is more likely to pass away than mom and dad.
Oh my God.
Okay, so listen, you're not going to rip out the pages of my child's book and replace it with a freaking happy ending that the parents are dead and the baby gets to go
it's
live
like
with grandma forever.
The red big dog. The big red dog.
Yeah.
And then instead of going home, they go and visit grandma and the parents
stay there forever. Yeah. Like, what? What is your damage, Linda?
Is it Linda?
No.
This is unprecedented.
She's suggesting we get together again next month to go camping. What should we do? First of all, I want to know which mom this is. Well, she said my mother-in-law, so I'm assuming the husband's.
Right. Well, do we know if it's a female that's writing or a male?
I didn't look. If the name gave it away.
Whatever. It's an in-law. Let's just go there.
Yeah. Oh, right. So my husband. So the husband's mother.
Guys.
First of all, what is the son doing or saying?
Who cares what the kid was? I'm going to assume this is a small child.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, fucking grandma needs to take the responsibility here.
I think the son needs to Mom, WT fuck. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine if Greta's ripped up a book and replaced it with Mommy and Daddy are dead and you get to come with Grandma forever.
First of all,
Greta's doesn't rip up books. She says that out loud.
That's right.
In front of the parents.
That's right. And Greta's does not open a book. You
guys are going to die.
Because they're like, read me a book,
and I'm going to take your kid.
And she's like, let's teach you how to light your parents on fire.
Here's a child-proof
lighter. God. She's... literally. She's like, let me teach you how to say fuck without that's her.
Yeah.
What was the actual question? What should we do for the camping trip?
Well, I think more in general, but yeah. She said she suggests that we get together again next month to go camping. What should we do?
Run, bitch.
Well,
the bitch is going to kill you.
Why isn't the husband stepping in as the son and the husband?
He should, first and foremost, be handling this across the board.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And I get it. He can only do so much. She's human. She's an elder woman.
She's your mother.
Right.
But that's inappropriate.
Well,
that's highly inappropriate.
But she says she's interfering, judgmental, and disrespectful to me and my husband. And is he just kind of oh, it's my mom? Or is he she is who she is, I don't know what to do, yada, yada, yada.
So she's like that to the husband too. then he needs to put his foot down.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's
at
just
some point
we need to know how he feels, and we need to know what action he is taking.
Right. I agree.
Right. Because
I agree. First of all, she's not your mother.
If my mother... Okay,
so it's not your responsibility.
I have been vocal, I don't know about you, about my mom with the way that I raised my son.
With your own son.
Right. I've been vocal about it.
But not your son's mother's mom. That's completely different.
No, but I'm saying, like, if she wouldn't have to complain.
Well, right, but that's my point. Is this is
he should be...
The mom is...
She shouldn't be the one writing us.
Right.
It should be him.
Well, that's what I mean.
It should be like, how do I talk to my mom? Because apparently he's not.
Yeah, I agree. Because she said nothing about, like, my husband's tried to talk with her. He's done this, this, and this. Like, she hasn't said any of that.
I say put your foot down and say, we're not going until you talk to your mother.
Oh, so instead of approaching the mother-in-law,
it's not her responsibility.
Going straight to the husband.
Yep, I think
that's your mom.
That's your mom. You need to lay the boundaries with your own parents.
Yeah, never in my life am I gonna confront my child's father's mom.
Right.
Never.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Unless it was like...
Unless they literally came after you.
with me and did something, like, in front of my face. Right. Then, yeah. Like,
but when it's something like passive, like
ongoing,
it's okay, honey, you did your best.
Yeah.
First of all, ongoing. Honey is condescending.
Yeah.
Condescending.
Condescending.
I want to punch you in the mouth.
I say words.
Even if they're not real. And second, like, that's not appropriate. Ever.
Yeah, ever. Agreed.
Ever. And you should never, ever, ever, as a mother-in-law, as a co-parent, as an outsider, ever question a parent's parenting.
Amen.
Across the board in front of the child. If you have a question or if something... No, I don't want to say ever. Sometimes parents make mistakes and they don't see it until someone points it out to them. Sometimes those mistakes they're not on purpose.
A fine line.
Yes, it is. I agree with you. Very fine. But I think that
I agree. Definitely never in front of anyone.
But even if you have a question, let's not even say, like, question what they're saying, but maybe you're, like, curious as to where they're coming from. Don't do it in front of the kid.
Yeah. Don't rip their book out and rewrite
2 pages to rewrite an ending.
And make it happy.
I say, and please don't take this to heart because this is not official advice. I am not a professional. And, you know, if you do this, you're going to jail. But, like, grab her pant leg, flick that bic, and watch that bitch light up.
Remind her that she's going to die first. How dare you write this ending? How dare you write this ending knowing gooding well.
Yes, I fucking have one on you.
Knowing gooding well. That you're going to die, like, next week.
Yes.
Grandma. Mir.
What?
I feel like one of our old friends calls their grandmother Mir.
Mir. Really?
Mir.
Oh.
Yeah. Mir.
Your old friend.
Yes. Yep. Mir.
No.
Yes, I mean...
You tell your husband.
Yeah.
Tell your husband. We're not touching shit. Talk to your mother.
Amen. Agreed. And if for whatever reason that doesn't work, don't go fucking camping with her.
No.
When she's rewriting endings.
But if you need to go camping with her, make sure that the fire's not lit.
You don't ever need to go camping with your mother-in-law.
Right.
Ever.
Is she
nowhere in this
No.
planet.
You go camping with your family. Leave her at home.
Leave her at home to write
Bring her back a rock.
Yeah. She can write books.
Or a really hot ember from your fire.
Yeah. Child's-proof lighters.
Yeah. Or the outhouse. Load it on your Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, right.
She just had a come to Jesus moment.
I did. I had a welcome back moment.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
That's my line.
What did Prudy say?
She said, "Thank you for this entry in the worst mother-in-law of the year contest. Interfering, judgmental, and disrespectful mother-in-laws are common complaints. But it takes a certain kind of genius to come up with the idea of ripping out the final pages of a children's book and writing the happy ending about becoming an orphan so that one can live with Grammy forever.
Literally.
As usual, when you're dealing with an in-law violation, I think the first line of defense is for the blood relation to have a serious talk.
Thank you.
It's time for your husband to explain to his mother that while she obviously loves the kids and vice versa, she has to do some serious rethinking about her behavior.
Wow, you're doing
So
fantastic. This is phenomenal.
This is so good. This is better than last week.
Mm-hmm.
You made me lose my spot.
Because I'm pretty.
He needs to explain that she may not be aware of it, but she constantly undermines the two of you as parents. Now she's gone off the rails entirely with the fantasy book ending that refers to the joys of orphanhood. I think he should tell her that an extended summer get-together is on ice this year. He can say you two are so steamed that you're going to go away as a family without including the in-laws. He can say that he hopes this hiatus gives her a chance to think about how to be a loving grandmother without being an undermining one.
Yes, and...
Right?
Right?
Right.
You're with me?
Yeah. Yes, obviously the husband needs to fucking step in, but like, oh, we're going to go on vacation without you, and you need to think about your behavior.
No.
And also write 100 times, I will be a better grandmother.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's... It's fucking stupid. It's like, I'm sorry, Prudy, I love you. Generally, you're one of my biffs. Like, I can't. But like,
I believe they didn't cut the microphones out.
I know it really should have.
That's my favorite bit, y'all.
Oh my God. I'm like, it's a frustration. It's coming from within whatever's fucking over here. The heart?
Yes.
Is that where the heart's supposed to be?
That would be it.
Okay, this is a fucking cosmic black hole. Like, I don't understand. We're not telling Grams to fucking get with it. We're telling Grams, like, where are the parents?
Like, holy fucking shit. It's not like grandma's just like making little comments or little suggestions or little...
If your mom
said you can't have this cookie, but like, here you go.
My mom is one thing, but let's talk about your mom. If your mom said this to one of your kids, how would you approach it? Because your mom literally, but your mom is like, your mom just means well in a general sense. Right.
Very oblivious to any hurt.
She just means well. She's the sweetest human. Absolutely. She's very spiritual. Spiritual?
Yeah, spiritual. Spiritual.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yes.
Yeah, because
she's very speech well.
Speech-well.
Fuck English, bro.
We didn't get speech well from her.
No.
Yeah.
She's just very spiritual. She means very well. She just wants good for people. That's the sense I've always had from your mom.
Of course.
Regardless of what she says or what she does.
How it comes off.
Yes. How many pamphlets come out.
I was going to say.
Yes. About how I should be straight.
Because you're gay. Jesus loves you, but
Jesus loves me, but like, you figured something out wrong. But like, how would you turn her around?
I mean, for my mom, it was really simple. Like, specifically, since you brought up like the pamphlets, I just gently pointed out to her that, like, Mom, that's like really, even though you mean well, that's just kind of hurtful. You know what I mean? Like, she literally, I was living with you in your home, and she just, out of the loving and kindness and wanting everyone to go to heaven, had a pamphlet of like, gay is a sin. My poor, amazing
Literally.
Sweet mom.
Sweetest woman
She
ever.
really is. When her actual aunt.
And she really doesn't mean bad on anyone.
She just genuinely believes what she believes. And it just so happens that she believes gay is a sin. And she, obviously, sinners don't go to heaven. And she wants everyone to go to heaven, especially my best friend, who she's known my
entire
half of my life. Yeah. So she...
More than half.
Handed me
That's
a pamphlet.
so weird to think about.
That is super weird. She handed me a pamphlet about, like, your... I don't want to say it was like how to make you not be gay anymore.
No,
but it was
wasn't.
more like a...
Because that doesn't ring a bell.
Jesus, you know, he still loves you, but he just doesn't like that
he wants
gay.
better for you.
Yeah, like you kind of like you're not born gay. Like you're choosing to be gay and Jesus doesn't love it. So like, here's what we do type of pamphlet. And I just like, I was shocked. And then I realized that she was like super serious. Like she asked me to put it on your bureau or like put it on the kitchen table or like somewhere where you would see it. And I just was like, Mom, like I get that like you love Ray, you know, you worry about him and you care about him, but like you just don't come into someone's home and do something like that. And I remember her face. She like genuinely was like surprised. Like I think she actually even said like, you don't? You know what I mean? Like just like a true,
because it's your
genuine,
mom.
like
It's what I call her. It's like Ma. It's like
And I just was
and
like,
she's never and just to like put this out there and across the board, like she's never treated me differently.
Oh no way.
She is the most loving human. When I see her, I'm happy. I give her a big hug.
Everyone, she just lights up the room.
She really does. She really does. I'm actually a little bit emotional about it, and maybe it's because alcohol, but
maybe not. She's
maybe not. She's just one of the sweetest human beings ever. She's
so naive, I guess, would be.
Maybe, but she's
because when I brought it to her attention, like, Mom, like, you know, I get that you're not doing this maliciously at all. I completely understand that. Ray would completely understand that, but like, you just kind of don't do this type of thing. Like, you're in his home. You know, it's not like we're outside somewhere or he's in church and it's kind of relevant, or it just like you're walking into his home and like you just, you know, you just don't really do that. And she genuinely was like, oh, okay. And she like put it in her pocket and like didn't.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what I mean. It's like she's not blatantly or purposely trying to. No, she's just
naive. She's super naive, but like in a
she's not ignorant.
No,
and that's the difference. She's not ignorant. That's huge. That's a huge difference for me. She's like, she literally wants what she feels is best for me.
Yeah, and she doesn't really know.
Anyone else, let's say, who didn't know your mom, and I'm looking at a picture of her right behind you, which is so funny.
Oh, Dale.
I love her. But any other person who didn't know her would take it offensively. But like, your situations are so different. I think she's just like, she means so well. She's just such a loving human. And she loves me despite, and I feel that.
Oh, for sure.
I feel that.
She asks about you constantly.
She loves me like...
Anytime I talk to her, she mentions you, she asks about you, or even when we're getting off the phone, she's like, send my love to Ray and
she's the sweetest. I feel love from her. I love her. And it doesn't mean anything negative to me. I just know that she means the best. She knows what she knows. She is who she is. She owns it. It's unapologetic. And she's just trying to navigate life, just like the rest of us.
I think that's a really good point that you said that. Like, this is kind of all she knows. Like, this is all she knows. This is all she believes.
As opposed to somebody who's like sitting on a picket line going like, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
She's like...
standing outside an abortion clinic.
I feel like she's somebody who's somewhat open to learning. Somewhat. There's a little barricade there, but her heart expands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's very understanding.
Her heart goes beyond the barricade.
When I was like, Mom, like that's not okay to do. Like I'm not gonna do that. That's that's you're in his home. And she genuinely was like, oh, like you don't. I was like, well, no. You know, like, no, that's just, there's a time and place.
And then I came home from work and I put together a charcuterie board for her. No,
Yeah.
I will forever love her. I don't care what she
always.
says. But, that's situational to everyone. And I think everyone has exceptions to every PC rule, right?
Yes, because some of us don't even know all of them.
Right. That's very true. It's very
like
true.
my mom didn't know that wasn't acceptable.
She's not running around calling people faggots. She's not going around burning people at the stake. She's not condemning people.
Jesus hate you.
She literally is like, well...
She just truly believes that it's a choice.
Yeah, and I care about you, and I just want the best for you.
It's in the Bible that, like, it's not...
Yeah.
Good or whatever.
It's not my choice to change her mind or to re-educate her, although I can't say that I haven't tried. But I agree. I'm sorry, not agree. I understand where she's coming from. She understands me in some way, and we meet in the middle, and we are just...
Yeah.
We're family.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it.
Yeah.
She's not going to stop talking to me one way or another. I'm not going to stop talking to her. She's family.
Yeah, but I guess the point of it being that, like, as your best friend and also the daughter of her, it's been my place to kind of step in on, I don't want to say several occasions, but a couple.
Yeah.
Where I would, like...
For sure. And you've never kept quiet about them. Like, you've always told me about them.
Yeah. Like, Mom, that's not nice, or that's not okay, or... that's not what we do, or da-da-da-da. Like, it was never your job to be like, damn, please don't come into my home and say something like that.
Right. And you took... It's so funny. I'm sorry. Just another sidebar to see that dynamic and me not having to ever have that conversation with my mom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My mom's just like, where's that bitch?
She calls me...
worse names than bitch. I was just improvising.
More fun
names we can't say.
I'll definitely get in trouble for saying. Goddamn
yes,
Greta.
you would. She would even get in trouble for saying them.
Not Greta's.
Not Greta's.
No way.
But yeah, it's totally on. Just to go back.
Yeah. It ain't your job.
No.
And if, by all means, that's your children, period. So do what you need or feel, period. If nobody else is assisting the situation, blah, 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 that's your kids. You're allowed to be a mama bear, period.
Yeah.
No explanations, no...
period.
Apologies.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that your response was very publishable. Publishable. Public.
Yeah. Hi. We speak Hispani.
Nobody speak Hispani.
Especially not us.
No.
It was
I do.
Very, like, safe, maybe?
Yeah. I think safe is a good word. And we also have to keep in mind that, like, Prudy is in the public eye. So the responses that she gives
all these other
are very...
people are also...
well, yes. However...
the key lime pie.
Oh, my God. Fucking
Bitch,
Kiki.
come to bed with me.
Kiki. Oh, my God.
I will eat all the pie with you.
Yes. But I agree. Key lime is not sexy. But that's fucking great.
No, I know what you're saying, though. That she can't be like, tell that bitch shut the fuck up.
Yeah. It's like us. Like, we have no filter. We're rated M for mature.
Tell that bitch shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Get her. Go get that bitch.
Right. I'm
Pull
sure
her
that
false teeth out so
Kiki
she can't tell
probably
your children
sent to her editor,
anymore.
like,
what do I say?
Like, no, probably sent to her editor, like, shut the fuck up, STFU.
Yeah.
And her editor was like, can you, like, make this a little bit more friendly for families?
Yeah.
So that's great.
That was good.
Thanks, Biff. That was a good one.
Yes.
All right, Biff, hit us. What's next?
Okay. That
was a good one, though.
Second one. Help. My wife just had a baby.
Huh. Me too.
How should I tell her I want an open relationship?
With closed legs, bro.
Question. How to ask for an open relationship. I've been with my wife for 8 years. married for 3, and we recently had a baby. I love my wife and I adore our baby girl, but while I love my wife, I'm not in love with her anymore, and I'm no longer attracted to her physically. Our relationship is more like 2 roommates who share parenting duties. She's my best friend, and I love her like a sister. I don't want a divorce.
What?
Instead, I want to ask her if I can open the relationship. Of course, if we open it, I'd be happy to let her date as well. Oh, well, that's so kind of you. How do I gently broach the topic without hurting her feelings? I love her and I want to be happy. And even though I'm no longer attracted to her, I want us to continue to be a family. She knows something is wrong, but I'm not sure how to tell her how I feel. Please help. He needs more help than I have the words for at this very moment.
I could fall backwards. Okay.
Sure. Would you like
Do you
to start?
want to start?
Because my blood is curdling.
I'm like nervous to give a response.
First of all.
Okay, she's starting.
First of fucking all, you got some fucking nerve. You have some fucking nerve. I don't want to divorce her because I'm a selfish fucking asshole. I want my cake and eat it too because I'm not eating my wife's cake, but I don't want to divorce her. Is this the life you want your little girl, especially, to live? To just find a man who just settles and marries her, and even though he wants to go bang other people, to just stay married? For what? Why do you want to stay married? I have my insides. Can you pick up there?
Yes.
Thank you. Fucking asshole.
I'm literally like holding my breath because, first of all, I feel your blood boiling.
Yes.
And I feel how nervous I am at the same time.
Oh, because you're going to see the man's...
No, actually, this fucking table is the worst thing that's ever happened to the both of us. God damn it.
That's loud.
That was a good one, right?
That was a good one. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I just wanted to be part of the Bang This Table Club instead of the Bang This Fucking Gay Club.
Second one sounds way more fun.
It's way more fun.
Tell Mr. fucking jerk off to join that club.
So lay jerk off. First of all, I am not going to assume. You see my hands here? Doing a giant fucking circle.
Yeah, you look like a windmill.
I look like windmill.
Windmills. You look like a windmill, I said.
Windmill.
Windmills.
I'm not going to assume that that's not what she wants. Because I have not heard from her. Wait! Put your hand down.
No! She knows something is wrong, but I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, he said that?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. She knows something's up, motherfucker.
Yes.
You're fucked.
She knows something is wrong, but I'm not sure how to tell her how I feel. Please, I don't want to hurt her feelings.
You want to know how to tell her how you feel? Fucking tell her.
With a divorce.
No, because she might be open to trying. She might be open to, you know what I mean?
You're right.
She might be open to either trying or open to seeing his perspective or wanting to work something out. But I want him to be prepared. What year is this from?
I don't remember. I think 2015.
Motherfucker, you better have fucking run.
Oh, 2018.
Like a baby cheetah at supper time. Like fucking take off, bro. Like just run really fast. What I'm saying is like...
We recently had a baby.
Talk to her.
You're a fucking dick.
Not necessarily.
You're a dick.
She might be on that wavelength. He needs to tell her how he feels. Why is everything... I'm sorry, I have to ask this, but why is everything in a relationship a fucking secret? Am I that much of an open book that I don't see everything as like a giant revelation?
No, I think you're...
I'm like,
the right one.
No, make your own fucking eggs. You know what I mean?
I don't like you this week. I ain't having sex with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, he's clearly gotten comfortable. He said, I don't want to divorce. I love her like a sister.
You want a divorce if you love her like a sister. I just need to put that out there.
Well, that's why I was so infuriated.
Yeah.
I don't want a divorce. I just want to stay married and have my kid in my perfect little home and family and go fuck whoever I want to fuck.
No, it doesn't work that way.
That's what it felt like. Yes.
You want to fuck who you want to fuck.
So
get express written permission.
Yes.
From your wife.
Yes. On her terms.
Yep.
Not yours.
Well, mutually agreed upon terms.
No.
We're going to disagree.
She just gave birth. She gets to tell you where that little pecker that impregnated her gets to go.
I want to agree. However,
don't lose your friendship right now.
They need to be. You're such an asshole. I'm about to lose my friendship.
This better be 20 years.
It's got to be mutually agreed upon. She needs to set the boundaries. He needs to agree to them. That's it.
What if it's like she just gave birth? She's very sensitive and fragile and emotional because her body just went through the birthing process.
Wrong time to have this conversation.
That's my point.
Yes.
So what? She's either going to break down and say like, oh my God, I love my husband. I don't want a divorce. So yeah, I'm going to let him do what he wants so he can stay.
You know what?
And then she's going to be resentful and miserable and...
I would be remiss to say that this motherfucker is already sleeping with other people.
Yeah, good point, because...
I want an open marriage because I found a tighter vagina or because...
He said our relationship is more like two roommates.
No.
Like that didn't
you don't
just
come to that
overnight.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page.
She's my best friend and I love her like a sister.
No, dude, you don't sleep with your sister.
And why do you want to stay married to your sister? Just because you have a baby.
My final advice is you are a piece of shit.
Thank you for jumping on board, Biff.
Oh my God, thank you for talking me into it. You're an asshole.
That's so selfish.
I guess I just didn't come around to like you're already sleeping around. You're already sleeping around.
You're already emotionally cheating, that's for sure. If you physically or didn't physically, do the yell.
I have the scream in my chest. I just can't get it out. I can't.
Let it out.
I can't. Like, WT fuck, bro.
WT fuck, bro.
Can someone make a shirt that says WT fuck?
Yeah.
I can't. No. What was the final question? How do I tell her?
She knows something is wrong, but I'm not sure how to tell her how I feel. Please help.
Fucking tell her.
But
just fucking tell
you
or
had
leave
to wait
her.
till after she gave birth?
Give her 6 weeks, then fucking tell her.
Go have a baby physically, and then tell her. That's my fucking...
Nicely done, Biff. I've never had a baby, but you.
Yes.
You've had a watermelon squeezed out of your lemon hole.
Almost a 10-pound baby.
That's right. I had a 10-pound baby, but I didn't push him out.
You did have a Big Mac.
I did.
I love him. He's still a Big Mac.
He's still a Big Mac. He's loves
bigger
it.
than me now.
He loves it. He's so fucking tall.
Okay, should I read the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Prudy, don't fucking... I'll
Please,
never read
Prudy.
from your...
Prudy, your response should be like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, dear.
That's how it starts.
I'm not sure the things you want to inform your wife you're no longer attracted to her, nor in love with her, that you think of her as a sister, that you would be totally cool if she decided to get a boyfriend, that you'd like to sleep with other people, and to keep from hurting her feelings are compatible or even possible.
Oh my God.
If you reread your letter, I think you must be aware on some level that you are not on the verge of breaking news of some cool, exciting new opportunity to your wife. You say she knows something is wrong, quote unquote, which suggests that she does not love you like a brother and has also fallen out of romantic love with you, and that she is not likely to be excited at the prospect of starting an open relationship together. Whatever you ultimately decide to share with her, I think you should be realistic about the odds that your confession will result in a divorce, whether you want it to or not. The two of you just had a baby. Not always the most exciting, sexy time in a relationship. And I'm inclined to think that if you sit on this confession for a little while, you may feel some relief over not rushing to share all of these feelings with her as they arise. That does not mean you two can't have a serious conversation about your goals and your feelings, merely that you don't have to share every single impulse that's currently floating around in your head. Fair. It's like that's super.
No!
Well, I'm glad to see you join the club, Beth.
Like, how do you not take her emotional response of just having a baby? Like, this bitch just, I'm sorry, not bitch. No, this woman, this high value, I'm gonna assume this high value woman of integrity just pushed out a fucking buffalo out of her fucking period. And she just, hey, I'd like us to have an open marriage. Like, eat shit,
I love you,
bro.
my brother.
Eat
as my vagina is ripped from front to back with your child.
What sense does that, like, I don't, Prudy, there is that one aspect. I agree with you across the board.
Gently.
She said it gently, professionally, but I want to go and skirt around. Yes. Yes. That's actually, yes, Kiki, answer this. I just, let's skirt around this shit and just be like, here's the safe response. No.
Yeah, she said, if you reread your letter, I think you must be aware on some level that you're not on the verge of
That's where you agree. Like, he knows what he wants.
Like, bro, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're just looking for like a, no, that's okay. Tell your wife who just gave birth to a human out of her insides that you love her like a fucking sister.
Yes. I'm sorry, I just said Kiki. I meant Prudy.
Yeah, broody.
Like, broody.
She needs to be broody.
Prudence. Damn it, both of us.
She needs to be prudy. Broody.
Broody. Like,
we need to start our own advice column and call it broody.
We did. It's the podcast. Broody. It's called Ill-Advised.
Ill-Advised. Ask Broody.
Ask I understand. Okay.
It's shitty. It's hurtful. It's the worst timing. You're a selfish piece of shit.
But I get, like, Prudy's like writing. They can't give the response we give. They can't.
They can. The other advice columnists have.
Right. But Prudy's like a publication that's, it depends on the publication.
Okay. Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
I think Prudy's on our side, but like wrote it in a professional way. But I'm over here getting ready to like, the fuck out of it.
Yes.
Like, bro, just tell her you're gone at this point.
Just
stop.
Don't be a fucking scumbag.
Don't be a scumbag.
You're a father of a little girl now. She's going to grow up and marry a man just like you.
Amen.
Just fucking like you. And guess what? When she's pregnant and giving fucking birth to your grandchild, and her husband not a little decides girl. To tell her, oh, I love you like a sister. Let's bang other people. Is that going to be fine with you?
Yeah.
Your pregnant daughter, your baby girl, that's going to be fine with you? You think that's just fucking cool and dandy?
This is fantastic.
Ah!
You're in the yellow.
Fucking A. Fucking A. I've never hit the yellow even when I tried to.
Guys, we suck at editing these things, so we really rely on our applications on our computers to do this for us. And let me just tell you, I'm sorry. But I speak loudly, Stephanie speaks softly, and she hit the yellow.
Fucking A.
Fucking A.
This is for all the baby mamas around the world.
Yeah, no shit, dude. I'm sorry. Let me help you here. But all the baby mamas with unattentive daddies out there.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we can clarify.
Because my son and I are best friends.
Oh, yeah. You would never do this. You never did this, even when...
Right? Even when I came out, yeah, I was dying. We should have an open marriage, as in, like, your vagina should belong to someone else.
Yes, and I will start dating men as well.
Like, end of story. Paste the gravy.
Justice, so ignorant.
Yeah.
It's just so ignorant.
It's nuts.
Like, I
can't.
I can't either.
Prudence, thank you for that one, though. What's the next one?
The next one is... Ooh, this one's could potentially be tricky.
Ooh, I love tricky.
The title is Bed Seed.
It reminds me of... I'm sorry, one.
Bed Seed.
I heard bed seed.
Yes, bed seed.
B-E-D.
My child
just
is a
sit
bed
on
seed.
it. Yes, exactly.
My child is a bed seed. She's a full fucking plant now. Oh, this one.
Hit it.
You might have to lead this one. My daughter calls my wife and her kids racist names.
Oh.
I still love her, but I'm at the end of my rope. Dear Prudence, years ago, while my wife and I were separated, I foolishly slept with, quote-unquote, Molly, who became pregnant with my daughter, Allie. I reconciled with my wife, and ultimately we won custody of Allie when she was 9. After Molly went through a series of boyfriends and made repeated sexual overtures at me, my wife has been incredible, but Molly's influences... What's this?
Am I allowed to be confused right now? Because I'm really confused.
Super confused.
That look on your face.
Because I don't think this is the question to the... Oh, no. Okay. I'm sorry. I guess it is. I should have just finished. I reconciled with my wife, and ultimately we won custody of Allie when she was 9, after Molly went through a series of boyfriends and made repeated sexual overtures toward me. My wife has been incredible, but Molly's influence has been strong. After completing her court-ordered therapy, Molly filed for custody when Allie was 13, and 2 years later, Allie went to live with her permanently. Allie went from respectful and sweet to insubordinate and cruel. Finally, she used racial epithets,
yeah,
against my wife and stepdaughters, and I threw her out of the house. She did the same thing when my wife and I came to her high school graduation. Molly looked so proud of her. Allie is now 21. I haven't spoken to her beyond a phone call on Christmas or her birthday unless she needs money. My wife openly grieves for the little girl that we lost, and my stepdaughters refuse to acknowledge Allie. I can't blame them. I blame myself for not fighting harder, but what's done is done. At what point do I give up? Ellie is sweet until she doesn't get what she wants. The last time it was because I wouldn't bail her drug-using boyfriend from jail. Before that, it was when I wouldn't buy her another car after she wrecked hers. I am tired and have no desire to do this dance for the next 20 years. I'm at the end of my rope. For the record, I always paid my child support while Molly didn't pay a dime. And I love my daughter, but I also love my wife and stepdaughters. I would give anything to have the Allie who I raised back. But that isn't a possibility now. I don't know what to do. Do I give up?
I'm so confused.
So I think...
Who's Molly? Who's Allie?
I foolishly slept with Molly.
Molly is the other woman.
My daughter, Allie.
So did he marry Molly? No. He stayed with his wife.
Oh, right. Years ago, while my wife and I were separated, I foolishly slept with Molly, who became pregnant with Allie. He got back with his wife and now has Allie, while Molly is clearly...
And what was
Jerry's
the... I'm sorry. I'm just so engrossed in trying to find out what the fuck's going on that I forgot the question.
Allie went to live with the mom.
Right.
And turned into, and what did he say? Insubordinate, cruel brat, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I would give anything to have the Allie who I raised back, but that is an impossibility now. I don't know what to do. Do I give up? So Allie sounds like an out of control, probably teen, preteen. Well, no, he said driving. So she's at least a teen.
So his wife is of a race that is not what he and his baby mama and his child are.
Right.
First of all, never give up on your children.
Amen.
Never give up on your children. You can put them in a rehab program. You can put them in counseling. You can put them in a plethora of other things, but never give up on your children. They are your lifeline. They are your bloodline.
They didn't ask to be here.
They didn't ask to be here. You're gonna encounter situations where you will question
everything. Your whole life.
Up to that point, and even your loyalty to your own kids. Yeah, for sure. Don't give up on your kids. And that doesn't mean that whatever you hope for them,
roll over and
right.
Yeah.
But like whatever you hope for them doesn't come true. What it means is even if your child gets convicted of murder, they are your kid. Mm-hmm. You can think that they're guilty, but still love them.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wrong is wrong, but that doesn't change unconditional love.
Right. And they're your kid. I couldn't imagine not loving my child. You?
No matter what.
Yeah.
Even if they did kill someone.
Yeah, my kid's my best friend.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I mean, I hope that you get there with your child, that they're your best friend. You guys are best friends, period.
She already is.
You know what I mean?
My little road dog.
Like, my kid's 15, and we're like, he calls me and is like, can I spend the weekend with you? Want to go to the movies? Like, that's huge for me.
Oh, I'm sure, especially at that age.
So, like we did this weekend, you know? Don't give up on your kid. What you do is you try to instill your beliefs in that child. But I think in their 20s too, that's the other thing I forgot.
It's also important to create boundaries for your other children that live with you.
Yeah.
And or to inform them that, like, you know, these things aren't okay. Yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Like, mm-hmm. Kind of guide the children that you can still guide. Because it seems that Allie is, especially the part where he said the mom seemed, what did he say? Seemed proud or like, you know, I'm trying to find where he said that that Allie's mom, and I can't find it.
I just think, like, if someone doesn't want to be with you and tells you they don't want to be with you, like, it's time to accept it.
She used racial epithets against my wife and stepdaughter, and I threw her out the house. She did the same thing when my wife and I came to her high school graduation. Molly looked so proud. You know, if that's the environment that Allie is being raised in.
What do you expect?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't, Allie doesn't, that's what she's being taught. That's what she's knowing. That's what she's learning. That's what she's understanding. For you to just give up on her because of the environment that she's being raised in, that's not very fair.
It's not.
Allie's still your child, whether her mom is mom of the year or not.
Personally, I would tell Allie, like, this is my life. This is what you're offending. This is what's going on. Like, you're constantly asking me to bail you out of these situations. But it can't fly as long as you don't accept who's in my life and what's going on. You don't get to make the calls.
Part of me feels like Ellie might be a little bit hurt. He's got, you know, a happy life.
I would like to know what the situation is.
And like a little happy home. And clearly Ellie's mother is,
Ellie and Molly are like up in arms. But I also want to know,
her
like,
mom looked proud when
she was there till she
making
was
racial
13
slurs.
or 15, right?
Is that what it said?
13, her mom filed for custody 2 years later. She was living with her, right?
Allie's now 21, so...
And then at 21, she's still being an asshole. My advice...
We won custody of Allie when she was 9. Then after Molly went through a series, yada, yada, yada.
13, her mom
Molly
filed for custody
when Allie was 13, yeah.
So at 15, because 2 years later, she got custody.
Later, yeah.
My advice isn't to him.
Allie is now 21.
My advice isn't to him. My advice is to Allie.
Well, that's what my
it's grow the fuck
thing was
up.
Gonna be like, he just needs to be super real with her. Like, that's hurtful.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's hurtful.
That's hurtful. She's been around as long as you've been longer than you've been alive.
These other children that you're talking about are your siblings. You know what I mean? Like, that's hurtful. And that's also not okay for them to learn or for you to teach them. Like,
agreed.
What if they're looking up to you? You know, it's like, it's tricky. And
it's
Allie
not tricky in the way that, like, I think that...
I feel like Allie might be hurt.
It's possible. You're very right.
She went from
but that doesn't excuse the racial epithets. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. But if the mom's sitting there looking proud,
right, that's disgusting.
When Allie
that's what that is. That's
then
disgusting.
She just is kind of...
She's instilling it. She's nurturing it. She's teaching it.
She knows that maybe it's wrong, but like, to what extent she probably doesn't know, because
maybe
her mom
not,
is like, oh yeah, that white girl over there. You know?
He needs to have a talk with his daughter.
Yeah, a really genuine one. Not
like,
just like
a heartfelt one, not just a stern, like, this is
like,
my life.
This is wrong.
You're going to accept
You don't get to talk like that. Like, just a really true, like, I'm brokenhearted. You know? Like, I raised you, and like...
He can go to counseling with her, too.
Oh, of course.
Do counseling with her. Find out what's at the root of her issues. It might just be mom.
It could, yeah. Yeah, it could very well be mom. Mom doesn't seem very...
welcoming, happy, nurturing. Molly, back off.
Molly, go to therapy. Don't sit there and look proud when you're 21-year-olds using therapy. Racial fucking
But
slurs.
I also, not to defend her, but we can't also go off of what Dad says. Wow.
Does make rings. You're the one who wants me to kiss this thing.
Well, maybe if you just had a fucking stronger diaphragm.
I don't. Then I'm angry.
I don't know. I want to see what Prudence has to say about this.
Yeah. So she says, I think there's a significant difference between giving up and living in a state of hopeful acceptance. What you're facing is the latter. You can love Allie and also mourn the loss of the person you'd hoped she would become. You can hope that she eventually makes better choices and refuse to financially enable her present bad decisions. You can and should defend your wife and other children from racist attacks, even if the attack comes from your own daughter. You have done the right thing in supporting their decision not to interact with her, and to limit your own interactions with her until and unless she is capable of having a conversation that does not revolve around demanding money or to bail her out of a crisis. She's an adult now, and whatever mistakes you or her mother made during her childhood, while they'll always be a part of her story, aren't what's causing her behavior. She's making choices, and I think the classic serenity prayer might serve you well as you try to find peace and set boundaries. To seek serenity for the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Was that a real answer?
Yeah. So I'm like over here going like, where was the response to that?
Say a prayer and not...
No, there was something before that had validated.
You can hope that she eventually makes better choices and refuse to financially enable her.
Okay, so I don't mean to sound ignorant or like I didn't
And
listen,
to
but
save
was
your
there
wife and other
anything in
children from
there?
racist attacks.
Right, was there anything in there about like talk to your kid?
No.
Prudence.
You can love Allie and also mourn the loss of the person you'd hope should become. You can hope that should make better decisions and refuse to financially enable her. You should defend your wife and children from racist attacks. And you can not interact with her and limit your own interactions until and unless she is capable of having a conversation with you that does not revolve around demanding money to bail her out of a crisis. And then say the serenity prayer.
No. This feels like an easy way out.
This
Like,
is
ignore it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I disagree.
This didn't address the... It bothered me one part where let me see if I can find it real quick.
It's just not proactive.
Okay, so she's an adult now, and whatever mistakes you or her mother made during her childhood, while they'll always be a part of her story, aren't what's causing her behavior. I fucking disagree wholeheartedly. If she went from having like what's the word I'm trying to find? Like a happy and, mommy and daddy and brothers
but she
and
didn't.
sisters. Well, he said him and his wife had her until she was what? Almost 15?
No, they didn't get her until she was 9.
Okay, so from 9 to almost 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so she had whatever toxic childhood with her mom, who's clearly not healthy, and then went with her dad in like this happy little home at 9, and then back to the toxic mom. This is absolutely what's created her behavior. Absolutely. Especially as a 21-year-old. We don't know, A, what our fucking emotions even mean.
Can we just go back to 21 and being like, how emotionally immature were we still?
Still, that's what I'm saying. First of all, I didn't know why I was such a fucking bitchy piece of shit in high school. I didn't know that it was because I was a hurting child that like didn't know how to deal with or handle my emotions.
I'm so with you. Only
right.
I went a different route with it. Like it's like,
especially if you're being raised in a toxic home. If this mom's sitting here looking quote unquote proud when this girl is saying foul things, like she's not being raised in a healthy home.
Guys,
safe assumption.
At no point ever in this world ever should your child, I don't even care how happy they are with you, how unhappy they are with you, should they ever express any discontent or just be so forward with racial epithets.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Well, clearly.
Period. We've come, like you and I have come from, our families who are racially superior, right?
Yeah.
Your family was very proud to be white and American, and my family is very proud to be Brazilian and not American.
Yep.
And
white people date white people, Brazilians date Brazilians.
Right.
Yeah.
And never the two shall meet.
Right.
Right?
It's fine to be friends with and to...
We had white Brazilians, we had black Brazilians, but if you dated an African Brazilian or an African man, I'm sorry, like that was it. Forget it. Right. A black African man, forget it. Right. Same thing with you guys.
Yep.
But you guys were like, I don't care if you're African black or a white black or American black.
Right.
Not a white black.
If your skin physically isn't...
You're black. Like, guys, it's time to fucking change with your times.
Well,
like you need to tell your kid, like it's not okay.
She's clearly not stable. That's just...
Well, Molly isn't, but Allison isn't either, or Allie.
Well, Allie's only 21, being raised in a super unhealthy environment, clearly.
I would cut my kid off.
What?
Financially. I'm sorry, financially. Be like, you want help? Great. But you need to be a human citizen or a model citizen.
Why isn't anybody angry at Molly? I don't understand.
Because you can't control Molly. Molly's an afterthought.
Molly's not an afterthought. Molly is the human being raising your child.
But you can't do anything about her.
Instilling
You can't
her
do anything
beliefs
about her.
and her thoughts
It's like
and
if
her
you...
feelings. But that's my point, is why is Allie getting punished? Because of Molly's
Because
toxicity.
Allie's an adult now. And Allie
21, yes, is a legal adult,
Right.
yes.
But Allie is now in a position
But just
where...
like you pointed out when we were 21.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Fucking
but
no chance.
My only thing is like...
I thought it was cool to be a bitch. I thought it was cool.
Right, but this is what I'm saying is like, he needs to talk to her and tell her like, you will not disrespect my family. You will not do this. You are an adult. It's kind of like legally, like at one point you're like done with the other parent and now you're dealing with the baby or you're dealing with your kid. You know what I mean? Like I'm probably shouldn't admit this, but I'm waiting for the day that Wyatt's 21 and I'm just dealing with him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Fair. That's super fair.
And it's not anything against his mother. It's just like I have
co-parenting in general.
Co-parenting, and my son and I are best friends, and like
yeah, it's a different dynamic.
Whenever he needs me, whatever he wants, and we have a relationship where there's mutual respect. And I talk to him when there are issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he says like, my mom feels this, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't agree. Right. And if you're going to hang out with me here, you're going to respect this. It's usually directly related to something that we have going on.
Right.
It's not like,
in general.
This isn't verbatim or in general.
This is the thought you should
This is just an example, right? And I don't think that that's like his mom's deal. Like, I can't help that. He's going home. She's going to parent how she wants to parent. Same thing with Molly. We can't control that, period. We can hate her.
Right.
But what good is that going to do?
Right.
She's not going to change. We can be mad at her. What good is that going to do? She's not going to change. Our job as parents is to counsel our children. Yeah. And that's it. And what happens from there, it's kind of like you raised your kid in the church. They were an altar boy, yada, yada, yada. Now they murdered somebody.
Yeah.
What's your job as a parent? That's how I feel about it.
I agree. I just feel like
it's hard, though.
It's so hard. And I feel like, yes, 21 is adult. And absolutely, I 100,000% agree that she needs to be taught that this isn't okay. And this isn't what we do. And this isn't how we operate in this home. And you need to be respectful of this. I also feel strongly about she's hurting. She's clearly not being raised in a stable environment. And that comes out, especially in children, as anger.
You're so right. You're so right.
Just anger.
You're so right. But that also could be emulating mom.
But my point is that I don't feel that I could combat that behavior and that underlying anger and hurt with, nope, you ain't getting shit from me until you respect me and my fucking other family that you're not a part of. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like, that feels
I do, because even now I tell White, he's like, I'm not going to college. I'm like, great, but I'm not supporting you.
Yeah.
When you can't get a job to live your life.
Yeah, which makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like,
but at the same
you don't
time,
want to go to college right away, that's fine. If you think about what you want to do later on, great. But if you're saying right now you don't want to go to college,
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I'm not supporting you.
Right.
Like, I know college is not for everybody. I'm not going to force my kid to go to college. But if you make that decision, you have to live with your decisions, right?
Agreed.
So
I just feel like I guess I just feel really sad for Ellie.
I do too.
Like, she's living with this clearly unstable
mom. And it also sounds like Allie's not open to therapy or help like that.
Allie might not even know that exists. If mom is
looking
true. Proud.
That's a really good point. That's very true.
That her fucking child just said a racial slur or whatever she just said. Like, she probably doesn't know.
You're so right. I didn't even think of that.
This shit exists. That's why I guess I felt, I don't know the word, but I disagreed with like the stern, you ain't getting shit from me unless and until you act right. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know. I guess I just feel bad for Ellie, where it's like she's probably looking at her dad, who's clearly more stable than her mother and married, and I'm assuming happily
And
married, has other children.
that is so possible.
And then she's
because
living
I'm
in
actually
this
relating
home.
to that right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she's living in this home with just her and her mom, who's clearly not stable and clearly not teaching her life skills, you know? And then her dad's turning around and being like, well, I ain't fucking giving you shit because you're a little asshole.
Right.
Like, that's even more hurt and more trauma. Like, I guess that's my...
Guys, in general, if your kid just presents some, like, psychological disposition that you don't agree with, that's a big... Not necessarily that you don't agree with, but that's a big red flag.
Hurt.
Yes.
Anger is always hurt.
Internal
if your child's
pain
acting out.
And take it from two people
hurt.
who have been there. That pain originates from somewhere very deep.
Especially as a child. Children are not.
And that comes out in so many different ways. In anxiety, in an introvert anxious, in somebody who is outward and absolutely angry.
Yep. Just weird, bizarre.
Outbursts. Guys, it comes out in so many ways. Please seek help for yourself or your children or whoever it may be. This isn't a joke. Like, this could come out later in some very detriment form.
It can also cause more psychological damage.
So just please seek help, period.
Anger is always. I
feel like we waited too long to seek therapy.
Yeah, and it turned into psychological damage.
We're learning so much about ourselves, which is why we're here talking to everybody about this shit.
Like, that's why I never knew that. Like, I was so angry, especially like at late teen, early 20s. I was so angry. And it just was like hurt and dysfunction and like chaos and stuff as, you know, growing up and being a child. And like, we don't know how to deal with that stuff. So it just comes out wild. And I feel like that, yes, Allie is wrong for her behavior and what she does, but I also feel that part is probably less out of her hands or her control than what we think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I'm just going to maintain my position too, that I don't 100% agree with Prudy. I think that response was very safe.
Yeah, it was like,
I don't know. I have my opinions in my head, but for the sake of...
It almost feels hurtful. Like, it's going to do more damage. Ellie, yes, needs to be taught. Yes, absolutely 100% needs to be taught that these things aren't right. And you can't just behave like this.
Never back out on your kids. Like, what parent wants to... Okay, hold on. I know there are parents out there who could give a shit less. But those parents who actually take the time to write a fucking advice columnist, like... Those are the parents that care. Yeah. Isn't that indicative of something bigger than just let her find out for herself?
Right. He's genuinely asking, like, am I supposed to be cutting her off and, like, just kind of writing her off? Or am, like, I supposed to be, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
I mean, we could go all night about this one, Beth. Literally.
Yeah, especially because I feel very emotionally, like, I was a hurt child.
You were.
Teen. It was a different
And it's so weird now to know the things that we know and being able to correlate that.
Yes, yeah.
And then as a kid being like, what the fuck, this asshole? Like, she's such a bitch all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, like, my dad's such a dick. He's not buying me another car after I just smashed his car.
That's the most ridiculous thing. Or like, bail my boyfriend out. You owe me for giving me birth.
Right.
Like, come on.
Like, I definitely, she absolutely needs guidance, but I think it needs to be coming from like a loving and nurturing place, whereas her environment clearly is not stable or healthy if the mom is finding it amusing.
Agreed. And Molly, it sounds like you need some help too, my friend.
Molly, fuck off.
Yeah, don't nurture a racist environment Like, what?
Right. Why did you
What
get
does that
custody?
do for you?
Why did you fight for custody?
What
If
does
you're
that do
just
for
gonna,
you?
like,
That's what I want to know. What the fuck did any of this do for
it
her?
sounds like a
None of
bitter
it.
baby mama.
Exactly. That's what I
Like,
mean.
huh,
Like,
that's funny that
she
my
didn't get
daughter's calling
anything.
your
She didn't
kids
come back like the N word or like
whatever.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's so
Yeah.
many words across the book, but like,
Yeah.
it's not okay.
Molly just sounds like a bitter baby mom who probably wanted a relationship, you know,
Right.
and then he got back with his wife and then had more children.
And
so
she was
that's
just like,
hurtful for Molly, but like you clearly didn't handle it well. And you're clearly using your child as like a
shield almost.
Like a weapon.
Yeah,
Not even a
it's
shield, but like
gross.
oh, that's so funny that you just called your step siblings that word.
Right. It's
Like,
gross. It's just not okay.
So foul. And that's, I guess, why I'm being so sensitive towards Allie. Whereas
No, I think I understand.
she definitely needs to be guided and taught, but like not in that type. Like, nope, that's it. You don't get to be around me or your other siblings, and you don't get nothing until you act right.
Yeah.
Like, no, she needs love and guidance and
nurturing
support. Yeah, she needs healthy.
I would be very interested to hear what you guys have to say about this one because this is sensitive in so many ways.
It really is. It could go so many ways.
Yeah, absolutely. So let us know. Send us your messages and your emails. And if it's not related to this, send us your questions. You've been at illadvisedthepodcast.com or on Facebook at illadvisedthepodcast.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To check. I don't know. This is a really good.
It can go so many ways because I also do feel that that the father's feeling protective and defensive of his other,
and that's okay.
Yeah, it kind of all needs to be managed.
Yeah,
in
it's
certain
hard
ways. Yeah, for sure.
Those are some good ones, Beth. Again, every time we have more than 2 or 3, the last one's always heavy. I know. It's just how it happens.
It's weird because we don't even.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I'll obviously send us your advice, your questions, though. Drink recommendations.
Yeah, I'm really curious about your guys' drink recommendations.
Yeah, send us something fun. It doesn't have to be wine either. Yeah. We're quite open.
Yeah, we're drinking a Truly right now.
Right. Yeah, because
and last week we're
saving
on
the rest of our wine
martinis.
for dinner. Oh my God, every day. I don't know.
Dirty
you guys are the best. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Find us anywhere you get your podcasts and Facebook, Gmail, soon Instagram.
Yes.
We post a bunch of random ass photos of how beauteous we are.
Yes, and our personal lives.
That's right. Thank you so much for listening.
You've been ill-advised.